Faith Critzer. I'm an associate professor and undergraduate coordinator in the Food Science and Technology Department at the University of Georgia.
What is your academic background?
Yeah, I started school out of high school, just knowing I was going to be a large animal veterinarian. And I worked for a series of vets, which I think is really important for students to do, to try and, before you get committed to a job, actually learn what it's all about. And through that process, which took several years, honestly, I learned that maybe being a vet in my mind was different than being a vet in reality. And I learned that, maybe this wasn't the right fit for me, but I was like in my junior year of college. And so I was really committed to an animal science degree. And as luck had it, I had an opportunity, and I was honestly forced because of my curriculum, to take a non-animal science ag elective. And that was in food science. And I was kind of at this crossroads in my life. And I was like, this is great. This is what I needed, because I wasn't sure where I was going, if I wasn't going to do vet school. And, after I finished up my animal science degree, I went and got a BS in food science and loved it so much, and really got introduced to undergraduate research during that time period, and really started to develop a love for food microbiology. And so I went and got my master's in food microbiology, I did my undergraduate at the University of Tennessee. And then I really got, kind of the passion for that, and really thought it'd be fun to do it independently on my own. And so I continued on and got my PhD at the University of Tennessee. It was a really awesome experience, because you could mature and you kind of knew the system there. And I was able, essentially, for my PhD, to conduct my own independent research, and with the oversight of a major professor, of course. But it was really awesome. So I think that was a really awesome opportunity. And I say that, I ended up where I'm at because of a lot of good dumb luck at the end of the day.
That's great. How did you end up at the University of Georgia?
So I have come to the University of Georgia. Actually, this is my second time being at the University of Georgia. I actually started out right after my PhD as a faculty member at the Center for Food Safety. And for, stayed at UGA probably for like a year and a half or so, and then moved to another opportunity at the University of Tennessee. And, it was a funny thing that kind of stars aligned when this position came open, and it had a really nice mix of teaching in addition to research. And it was a, good opportunity. I'd been an extension professional prior. And so it let me kind of move into the classroom, teaching undergraduates and graduate students, which is a little bit different flair from teaching an extension. It's all workforce development and helping educate them on things that they need to know. So kind of getting a different group of students in the classroom that are more traditional, and having a longer time to interact with them, I thought was really fun opportunity. And I could continue doing my produce safety focused research here. And I put in my name and was happy to be selected to join the faculty here. It's been a really awesome experience so far.
What is your research focus?
My research focus is on fresh produce safety, and essentially we're very applied in my lab group. So a lot of the research that we do is going to be, the heart of it is trying to figure out if a potential food safety hazard is actually a risk that produce operations need to manage, and trying to quantify that, or gather data to help quantify that from a modeling perspective. We also do a lot of research looking at interventions, right? So if something is an issue and you do need to manage it, well, then what's the most effective way to manage it? And trying to see what's the most simplistic route for trying to arrive at conclusions and it's things like, everybody has a kitchen, right? And we all go through cleaning things, hopefully, in our kitchen. And so those same sort of, thought processes have to be put into place, when I'm packing produce or when I'm growing produce. So, what's the best way to clean and sanitize something, or would be an example of a sort of project that we would have, around produce safety.
Tell me about your role as undergraduate coordinator of our department.
Yeah. So in my role as undergraduate coordinator, essentially I'm the liaison between potential students or transfer students or, high school students, and, kind of opening, the doors to what does it look like to be a food science student at the University of Georgia. Within that, I get to spend a lot of time, talking to people and visiting with them, telling them about our program, telling them about our curriculum, telling them the awesome stories about like the experiential learning that they'll get to take part in here at the University of Georgia, things from study abroad programs in Italy to hands-on, experiences conducting undergraduate research in the lab, which is really important to my own background. So I really understand the importance of getting access to that. And I would say it's a really fun job. I really like it. I am a people person by nature. I try to be. And so I think it's a really nice way to have, do that service for our department, help spread the word about how great food science is as a career track, and hopefully continue to build the reputation and prestige of our program, because we have so many great faculty here that teach and really have so much to offer students that are in our program.
Mhm. Talk to me a little bit more about why undergraduate research is so important to you.
Undergraduate research, to me, really helps students learn what is research all about. Like, they hear these words, right, whenever they're at the university, and they'll go through classes where they have labs, right? But that's not really the same as doing a research project, right? Where you come up with a hypothesis, you find a way to test that hypothesis, you gather data, you analyze that data, and then you find a way to tell a story based upon the outcomes that you see. And to me, it's the best way to get introduced, just as you would for any career path. You want to know a little bit more about it. So a lot of times you'll go and do internships or something like that. This is essentially your internship for what I like graduate school, right? So it's getting a master's degree for me, because in our field, it really does take doing hands-on research. And we have several different fields. I'm a microbiologist, of course, but of course there's food chemistry and sensory science and food engineering that are all part of that mix. And we each would have very different approaches for the type of research that we do. So really getting some hands-on experience to even know like what sort of discipline would I like to focus in if I did go to graduate school.
What's one thing you wish all freshmen or all new undergraduate students would know about our undergraduate program?
I think we are the best kept secret in the College of Ag. And to me, the best thing about our program is all the one-on-one time that you get with faculty. And really these opportunities to interface and to learn more about the field. When you're part of really big programs, it's not that you're not getting a good education, but there's only so many students that I myself can interact with, right? And we have several faculty in our department, and essentially we have the student numbers so that we can offer those more unique experiences, and really help our students meet them where they're at and help them grow into where they see themselves going, right? And it's not that everybody needs to become a future food microbiologist, right? I really want to help them learn, if they want to be a product developer, if they want to go into food production, or if they are just minoring even in our department. I want to help them see like whatever I'm teaching them, how it's applicable and how it may continue to be applicable and how they can learn more as things morph and change over time. So really teaching them, I think essentially as an instructor, we're trying to teach them how to fish, right? So that they don't have to go out and be given something to eat every day. They know how to go about doing it so that they can work independently and contribute as they grow and mature throughout their entire career. So I think it's really that one-on-one time overall that really helps students and locks in. We've seen our student numbers increase pretty significantly over these past couple of years. So I think that word is kind of getting out. So hopefully we can maintain our numbers, reasonably enough that we can continue to offer those really great experiences.